Just like everything that concerns the European Union, the elections of May are not very interesting to most people, even though the EU outweighs, in theory, all the member states. However, indifference is exactly what allows the veil that barely conceals the card castle to exist. Generally, when people hear about corruption in Europe, they tend to think about Southern Europe and more specifically about Italy and Greece and the tax evasion of the people there. The truth is that these countries put together cannot even compete with the extreme level of corruption within the European Union. In fact, this subject is so big that multiple videos are needed. Okay, let's get right into it. What if I told you that 3 people randomly met in June 2016 in Disneyland and 3 years later they obtained 3 of the most important positions in the European Union? You would think that it's just a coincidence, right? Now, what if I told you that their encounter was neither random nor in Disneyland but in Dresden during the 2016 Bilderberg meeting? Would you still think that it's just a coincidence? And I forgot to mention that the newly elected Prime Minister of Greece, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, and members of his government have also been in Disneyland. Just like Margaret Thatcher, Tony Blair, David Cameron, and let's not forget Angela Merkel, Macron and… yeah. Okay, we might have a pattern here. Anyway, let's focus on what happened after the European elections. We have 3 people that got 3 of the most important positions in the European Union 3 years after attending the Bilderberg meeting in 2016. Charles Michel has been Prime Minister of Belgium, and on the 2nd of July 2019, the European Council voted to appoint Michel as its new president. Then there's Ursula von der Leyen, who has been Minister of Defense in Germany, and she was a candidate for the presidency of the European Commission. Oh wait, she wasn't a candidate. But then how… 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I hadn't realized that she was added in the list of the candidates only after the elections of May. Isn't that ironic? On the 15th of May, a debate was broadcast across Europe presenting the 6 candidates, but Ursula was not among them. This way, even the illusion of fake democracy was taken away. The third and most interesting case is that of Christine Lagarde. On the 2nd of July 2019, she was nominated by the European Council to succeed Mario Draghi, another Disneyland visitor, as President of the European Central Bank on the 1st of November 2019. Until then, she continues to be the President of the International Monetary Fund. Guess what had happened before she became President of the IMF in 2011? That's right, a trip to Disneyland. Do you see what I see? 2 out of 3 institutions that form the notorious troika are in the hands of people after they visited the Bilderberg meetings. The coincidences don't stop here. Out of curiosity, I searched who was in charge of the third institution, namely the European Commission, in 2011. José Barroso had also participated in the meetings just 1 year before he was elected by the European Parliament. Note that Christine Lagarde and the Troika were in favor of the austerity measures that destroyed the economy of many countries, including Greece, which subsequently leads to subjugation. In 2016, she publicly admitted that we failed to realize the damage austerity would do to Greece. During an interview with The Guardian, she was asked if she blocks out the fact that the Greek women won't have access to a midwife when they give birth, and patients won't get life-saving drugs, and the elderly will die alone for lack of care. She replied, "No, I think more of the little kids from Niger. I have them in my mind all the time, because I think they need even more help than the people in Athens." Well, at least she's honest. She has no remorse about what she did. Notice how European leaders tend to think more about non-Europeans than their supposed people. By the way, Lagarde imposed austerity measures even in African countries, including her beloved Niger, where I encourage her to build her hut and move in. Last but not least, in December 2016, she was convicted of negligence for her role in the Bernard Tapie scandal, which cost French people more than 400 million euros, but the French court did not impose a penalty upon her. But don't worry, all the things mentioned in this video should not sound suspicious to you, because they told us we have democracy and our votes do count. We choose who we want in power, not Disneyland, am I right? No?